Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got part 3 of the tribute to Loretta Lynn. This was her memorial service. This wasn't a tribute. This was, well, it was that, but this is Loretta Lynn's memorial service. I think, Ronnie, you said it was 28 days, or somebody left the information in the comments that this was 28 days after she had passed. So it was still pretty raw. It would also explain why some artists weren't there, like Kelsea Ballerini and others who gave a tribute in absentia remotely because they had prior commitments. I mean, if you have to be at Madison Square Garden or somewhere giving a concert in Japan, you have to be there. But let's see here. I'm going to do, this is part 3 of 6. It's a 90-minute memorial service that they did at the Opry. And this, I'm breaking them down into 15-minute segments, 15 or so minute segments. So, Ronnie, thank you for this gift, for your heart, for your love of Loretta. Ronnie is Loretta Lynn's worldwide #1 fan. Everybody in the channel is recognizing that, or has recognized it. I certainly have. So let's go into this here. And if you missed parts 1 and 2, they're up. You can see them.
I always wrote about life. If you write life, somebody's gonna like it.
As a songwriter, Loretta drew most of her inspiration from her relationship with her husband.
Every time I get mad at him over something, well, I could write a hit song. That's the way that I got him back, was write about it and sing to him.
I'm here to tell you, gotta lay off my man. Don't go to Fifth City.
I recorded songs that the other girls wouldn't sing. I think I got 8 banned, but they all went #1.
You set this chicken your last time, 'cause now I've got the pill.
I felt like I was singing about people that's sitting out there listening.
Writing about her daily struggles made Loretta's work groundbreaking and gave generations of women permission to speak their truth.
She stepped into the smile, so she got away with so much. That is diplomacy at its finest.
I'm so grateful to Loretta Lynn for being an example for all songwriters everywhere, but most specifically female songwriters getting to say things that might make people uncomfortable. She was so ahead of her time, and the way that she exercised brutal, truthful, fearless honesty every time she sat down to write a song is something that I think changed music forever and paved the way for every songwriter that is trying to be truthful and honest today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martina McBride.
All right, Martina.
As I stood backstage this evening, my mind went to a Saturday night in 1995 when Loretta inducted me into the Grand Ole Opry. It was the start of our friendship. I know a lot has been said and will be said tonight about her huge and important career. That the women of country music absolutely could not be who we are today if she hadn't gone first. I mean, we may still be here, but maybe not writing our own songs or singing about topical issues. She really blazed that trail and did it as only she could by telling her story and making it relatable to millions of women who could see themselves in her.
Yeah.
I want to add a little bit more to the story of who she was, because this music icon was also the most down-to-earth girlfriend. And that's what she called us, her girlfriends. The reason I make a special note of this is because it always just astonished me that Loretta Lynn, one of my heroes, would think of me that way. I remember one time she called to tell me she'd been on her treadmill singing Independence Day and reaching for those high notes. I'm trying to hit those high notes, she'd say. She'd always say, I love you, honey. Come see me anytime. She also used to say to me, Martina, you and me ought to tour together. I said, yes, ma'am, that would be amazing. She said, we'd tire it up, wouldn't we? We did end up doing some shows together, and I treasure those moments. She was funny and fun. She was wise. She was a brilliant songwriter and a big, powerful singer and storyteller. She was so real and just always Loretta. She shared her heartache, her feistiness, her spirituality, her childhood, her love for Du and her kids, and her stories with all of us and with the world. Well, maybe some stories she didn't share with the world, but as I read the tributes to her life in the past weeks, I've heard so many other women in country music who have similar things to say about her impact on them. Not just her music, not just their music, but them personally. She paid attention to our careers. She made us feel like we were special to her and like she was in our corner. And I feel that part of her legacy is that it's up to us now to mentor and to make sure we all know we have each other's backs and that the ones coming up the ladder feel our support too. That we are available and we can now say, I love you, honey. Come see me anytime. And now please welcome Alan Jackson.
Wow. Incredible. Just incredible. He's always got a dignity about him.
Thank y'all so much. Hi. Loretta. Loretta was always very sweet to me, and for a lot of years there, from the time I first stepped on this opera stage 30-something years ago, probably, and I never told her this, but she reminded me of a lot of my mama. They looked a little alike, but their personalities were a lot alike. They were both real outgoing, tell you exactly what's on their mind, but very sweet and genuine. Both came from real hard, humble backgrounds. They both married a man when they were very young, 16 years old or so, and stayed with them their whole life.
Wow.
And they loved Southern gospel music. And when my mama passed away, I wrote this song for her. And when they asked me to sing for Loretta tonight, I just felt like the words felt right. And the family was kind enough to let me sing this song for her tonight. So for Loretta, it's just for you, where your heart has always been.
I'm getting choked up. I don't even know this song as far as I know.
The morning light was soft and low. The clouds had left an early snow. A peaceful sound was tall and low. It's time to go.
Damn.
And God reached out his tender hand and gently pulled her home with him, and brushed away the sorrow from her soul within. And I could hear the roses sing, a bluebird softly claps its wings. The sun seemed brighter than it's ever been. And now she's dancing in the wind with her true love again, where her heart has always been.
I think I reacted to this by Alan.
Where her heart has always been. I'll play a fiddle for him, right?
This is one of these things where you check your ego at the door. You know, you don't even have to. You just automatically do it. This isn't about applause or showmanship or anything like that. This is just honoring another person. And that is just so pure. What we're seeing is like the real person here. These moments bring out the real person. And I'm not talking about Loretta, I'm talking about the individual people here memorializing her and remembering her. You see that person as they are, their soul, their being, their heart, whatever, just that's what comes up in these moments.
And I could hear the roses sing, a bluebird softly claps its wings. The sun seems brighter than it's ever been. And now she's dancing in the wind with her true love again, where her heart has always been, where her heart has always been.
And this was about 3 years ago, folks.
Where her heart has always been. The morning light was soft and low. The clouds had left an early snow. Thank you.
I wish I could see the people better. It's dark.
Well, hey, to all of Loretta's friends and all of Loretta's family, and I consider myself part of the family. I've loved Loretta since we were both new in Nashville. We kind of grew up together. We used to talk about our lives and how similar we grew up, had a lot of laughs, shed a lot of tears over things that we remembered about our childhood and about our parents. And we loved country music. And we often talked about how we were so happy that we grew up the way we did so we could write all those wonderful songs about our lives. I mean, what song could be better than Coal Miner's Daughter? We know that Loretta's resting in peace. She's left a wonderful legacy. She's left a wonderful memory. She was the best friend anybody could ever have and one of the greatest artists ever. So go ahead and celebrate her knowing I'm right there with you.
Please welcome Hoda Kotb.
Well, hello, everybody. What a thrill it is to be here. I need more Kleenexes. This is the most beautiful celebration of Loretta Lynn. I was born in Norman, Oklahoma. I grew up in Morgantown, West Virginia, and Virginia.
Yeah.
I was raised in a world where country music was big, and there was a whole lot of love for Loretta Lynn. You know what Miss Loretta did throughout her career? She told the truth. And because she told the truth, women like us thought we could tell the truth too. She had her first #1 record in 1967. She won her first Grammy in 1972. In the 70s and 80s, her song Coal Miner's Daughter became a life-changing record, an autobiography, and an Academy Award-winning movie. She made the gold album Honky Tonk Angels with Dolly Parton and Tammy Wynette in the 90s. Indeed. She won the Grammy for Best Country Album in 2005. And just last year, she released Still Woman Enough, her 50th studio album, her 60th, counting her 10 duet albums with Conway Twitty. Decades and decades of making great country music. Right now, what do you say we take it back to 1967? Here to perform Loretta's very first #1 record. Please welcome George Strait.
Wow. These people are not only available but willing. They probably
Thank you so
would have been
much.
insulted if they didn't go.
I'm really happy to be a part of this celebration of life and memorial for Miss Loretta Lynn tonight. Such an icon in the music that we all love, and that's country music. She was a trailblazer, barrier breaker, original, beautiful, kind, sweet, and one hell of a songwriter, singer, and entertainer. I'm so glad to have gotten to know her, and I will miss her dearly. God bless her family that's here tonight, and God bless Loretta Lynn. Here's one of her many smashes. Well, you thought I'd be waiting up when you came home last night. You've been out with all the boys and you ended up half-tied. But liquor and love, they just don't mix. Leave the bottle or me behind. And don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind.
Yep.
No, don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, then you don't need none of mine. Well, don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind. You never take me anywhere because you're always gone. And many a night I've laid awake and cried here all alone. Then you come in kissing on me, it happens every time. No, don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. So don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home a-drinking with loving on your mind.
They pointed to the family, no doubt about it. All right, I'm going to cut it there, and I'll pick up with Reba next time. It's just so touching to see all these folks. You know, I think of people that meant something to me, and so I put myself in their shoes, like what Alan said, how Loretta reminded him of his own mother. And, you know, I think somebody who was very special in my life who passed away and was in some ways more of a mother than my own mother was, right? And so we have our own unique relationships with our parents, but Mrs. Dr. Ure was her name. I just called her Doc, and she was a doctor and first generation Mexican immigrant, went to UT Austin Med School when women and Mexicans did not go to Texas. And she was of such a strong constitution. The professor, well, there's one professor in particular she told us about, would ride her pretty hard, and he'd be like, "You don't belong here." And she would just say, "I'm here. You just keep teaching." And she went into medicine, not for money. She gave everybody free medical treatment, didn't care. Didn't even know how much money she had in her bank account ever. And she just was in her element when she was giving to people practicing medicine. And she treated me, you know, she was my second mother from a teenager on until she passed. She was always that way. And she would tell you her opinion unabashedly. Call me a jackass when I needed it, and I'm best friends with her still to this day. Best friends with her eldest son Tosh, and maybe I'll have him on the channel one day. But this is what I think of when I'm watching this, and I see these people. You know, Alan especially. It was the first time that I thought of Doc during this, and Doc passed about 3 years, about the time Loretta did. And just very special. And when I see all these people And it's not because they're in the business. They met Loretta through the business, but they're looking at her like a mother figure, a sister figure. She always called them friends, but I know how they looked at her. And anybody who will say to President George Bush, call him Little George, you know they're larger than life and you know they love. And Kid Rock said that very well as well in an earlier one. So, all right, guys, that's courtesy of funRonni. You could give all your thanks and gratitude to her for making this, gift, large gift, if you will, to the channel for me to do this one in 6 segments. So have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
And now she's dancing in the wind with her true love again.